going on, everybody? Welcome back to Little Tailgate Talk. I know it's been a hot minute since we've done something, but now it's deer season's here.
Yeah, we're getting in the middle of this thing and getting the start of it, and just kind of getting into it.
We've been bow hunting. We've taken both my little boys hunting. Our buddy Jared Driver, Uncle Spuddy, he gave them a crossbow to start practicing with, and they practiced, and we went opening morning. The deer beat us.
Yeah, they definitely got us beat in there. This time of year, morning hunting's kind of hard. What I come to find, and that tends to happen.
We got there. We were about 10 yards from the blind, and all of a sudden we heard scattering, and so we just had fun. We got in the blind. We were hoping, that they were going to come back, and they never did. And that afternoon, I took my oldest, and I just felt I felt my bones that we was going to see something, and it just never. We hunted, and it got dark. We got out and come on home. I mean, this weekend is the second weekend of season, so we still got a long season to go. We've been doing some prepping, running some cameras, putting out corn. Got some deer for the kids that I'll be tickled pink to see any of these youngins shoot one of these bucks.
Yeah, well, I'll post some pictures of some of the deer we got. Definitely the kids, just getting into it. They're great opportunity for them to get their first bucks on the ground and have something to talk about. I mean, there's nothing to, these deer that we got, there's nothing to shy away from, but just not quite what we're looking for. But for the kids in the blind, it's going to be game on.
And I'm not saying we're giant, huge trophy hunters. It's just that it hadn't tickled our fancy, made us say, "Oh man, we've got to go."
Yeah, we haven't found that one specifically that's just got the blood going and whatnot. But it's still early, it's still hot, and we're still getting some cameras out other places to see what else we can find. So,
but I will say, opening morning of bow season was about as pretty and nice as a opening day of deer season you wanted. It was cool. The wind was blowing straight in our face. I mean, our setup was perfect.
Yeah, we had everything in our favor. It's just, they just beat us in there. And like you said, I've been bow hunting a long time, and that's probably one of the coolest bow mornings I've had opening morning in a long time.
I think, if I ain't mistaken, when we pulled up to the parking spot, my temperature gauge on my truck said 55 degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, it was perfect. The good Lord blessed us that morning because there was no mosquitoes. I didn't have to fire up the thermocell. Now that afternoon was a different story.
Yep. But it was perfect for Bo. I mean, for him to get in there and get the experience and get another hunt under his belt, just to see the enjoyment he had, and he had a smile from ear to ear the whole time. So
he's 5.
Yeah, he got to play around in the blind, and we were hunting. So that's all that matters.
And then we could tell when he had right around getting close to 9 o'clock, he had drifted.
Yeah. Which
is fine, because that's a solid 3-hour sit.
That's a long sit.
In the morning, early season, I feel like if you're gonna see them, you'll see them from 9, till when the sun came up. But we come out here today too. I'm going to Texas in November, so hopefully, come that second week in November, I'll get you a good hunt and a good story behind it. But we come out here to practice because I need all the practice I can get shooting, because I am not no sharpshooter, crack shot, dead eye.
Yeah, and we don't set ourselves up for long shots. So to go somewhere like that, it's you got to get out here and put the work in. And that's what we're doing.
This morning I shot around 250, which I was nervous about. I shot 3 times, and just going off the mill dot system, I was like, man, I need to go to pick a mill dot. Well, I shot and it was high and to the right. So Pat and I both agreed, let's just shoot normal crosshair and see what happens. And man, I'm telling you, that Ruger 308 and them 150 grain Federal Fusions at 250 some odd yards, I was dead on.
Yeah.
With just a regular crosshair, no mill dot, no nothing. And I know my gun sighted in at 100 because I've killed deer with it. And we may have what, 100, 110 yard shot, 115
Yeah.
yard shot, maybe.
Yeah, we don't have any super long shots. Now there's some fields out here we can get on that'll give us out there, but you know, there's no point when we can get it done less than that. So some of y'all may be way better shots than us, but you know, we're gonna keep it realistic for us and keep it realistic for the kids, and
That's right.
and let that be. So
Yeah, our kids, their longest shot may be 80 yards, maybe.
but going to that, I mean, the kids they're getting excited. They're starting to get the itch like we are, and you know, it's still early, but we got a lot of hunting left for this season, and
we've
the
got
kids
months.
kids are gonna be in a lot of these videos and coming up, and hopefully we'll have some meat on the back of the truck to talk about. So.
Since it is deer season, I think we ought to tell them. We always talk about successes. Well, I didn't say all the time.
Yeah.
I think we need to give out at least a little heartbreak.
Yeah, we've
Kinda.
both had that over the years, but you a little more so than myself.
Yeah, man, I tell you, I'll just dive right into it. Two solid stories, I guess. One of them was more of like a fact. For 7 years in a row, seven opening weekends of rifle season, I missed a nice buck. 7 years in a row.
Yeah, I've done a lot of looking at some just plain ground with no blood on it over them 7 years, and there's no telling how many miles we walked in circles just trying to find something. But
you know, I felt like we'd find a good spot, we'd work it, we'd set it up, everything would work out except the nut on the end of the trigger.
Yep.
And for 7 years, and I finally broke that curse. I want to say it was 2015.
Yeah.
I broke that curse in 2015, and since 2015, my seasons have gotten better and better every year. I don't know, as I get older and wiser, or just I love it so much. I get so worked up, I get excited, and I'll be honest, when I lose that feeling, I'll quit hunting.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. If that feeling ever goes away, you know, it's kind of changing up on us with the kids. That feeling's more geared towards them, but you know, we still get that same itch, and especially with this little cool breeze in the shade right now, it's got us itching. So,
one of the probably my biggest heartbreak was a place we had that was near and dear. We've talked about it before, Omaha's, and I had hunted this buck for about 3 years now, and it was the family had sold the property, and they told us that they were selling, and so we had the deer season to hunt. That was going to be it for us. And on the very last day, I was sitting in my favorite stand, number 2, right there on the power line, and the power line ran right in front of me, and on the other side of the power line was this big clear cut, and that's where I'd hunted this buck. It was cat and mouse all the time, and finally I had a blind down in the clear cut, and when I wasn't there, he was there, and vice versa. And I'm sitting there that afternoon, and it's starting to get, you know, close to that happy hour time, and I'm sitting there watching, and a bunch of doves get up out the clear cut. And I always take those as, I call them little alarms. When I see birds or something jump up,
yep.
Something come. It could be a rabbit, it could be anything, but I know something's coming. So I kind of go ahead and get my gun rested up on the shooting rail, and sure enough, there he was, out there by himself. And he had stepped out, and it kind of threw me off for a second, because I finally, you know, oh man, I knew who he was as soon as I saw him. Good, nice, tall 8-point. Nothing crazy. It's just
at that point in time in our hunting careers, that would have been probably your biggest deer.
he was, you know, if you wanted to say put tape on him or something, we had him guess around 120, 125, somewhere.
He was a solid deer.
Somewhere in that gap, and I had my old 30-06, and I put it right there on him, and I let it ride, and he just stood there and looked around. I racked another one in, aimed a little higher and let it ride, and this one kind of startled him, so he actually came closer to me and went towards the left, and I just hollered at him, and he stopped. And when I shot, I heard impact, and I said, man, I done got him. I done got him. I done got him. So a man that's very close to me, our buddy Jared, his daddy, Ed Driver, we call him Big Daddy. he was out there hunting with me, and I called him, and he just knew. He said, "You got him." He said, "I could tell you got him. I heard it. You got him. You got him." So we go to looking, and I find a spot of blood about the shape of my hand, about as long and as wide as my hand. And then it turns in, a few feet later, it turns into pin drops. So I stopped. We stopped. I called a buddy of mine with a dog. He said, "Man, it'll be about an hour." I said, "That's perfect." So the dog gets out there. We don't find nothing. I'm tore up. Like just a mess. Next day, myself, Pat, Spuddy, and our buddy Chris Seek, we all go out there and we're on our hands and knees crawling, looking. And Pat actually found about the size of a quarter, looked like brisket meat.
Yep.
And looking at the blood and all, it made sense. I must have either pulled it or clipped a limb or something, but I hit that deer right across that brisket. And to this day, that was our last day out there.
Yeah, we don't ever know what happened to that buck.
We don't know if he died or made it. I mean, we'll never know.
Yes.
But that deer right there is that story there bothers me more than anything. And I just told Pat today, I said, with the setup I got now, a little bit better scope, better rifle, better bullet. I mean, I just sucker punched, red dotted the target at 250 something plus yards. And that deer, may have been 175,
Yep.
180. So looking back now with the setup and the mindset I have, I said I'd have killed him. I mean, that was the first thing I told him.
Yep.
I said, yeah, I'd have killed him.
Yep, that was the first words out of your mouth. But those are things that throughout our hunt careers that build us up, give us character, and gives us these stories. I mean, we sit around, we ponder about what could have been, and it just gives us something to talk about, tell our kids about, and that's what hunting camp's about. We get to share our stories and hang out, and that's what hunting's for.
That's
for us.
My oldest son, he loves to hear them old hunting stories.
Yeah.
He loves it. Like that fish that Pat caught the other day, he wanted to know down to the second play by play how he caught it, where he caught it, when he caught it. So I mean, it makes me. I don't want to sit and say we're great parents, but I feel like we are doing something right because the kids do love to get out here. They're not real crazy about being in front of the TV or computer. They'd rather be out here putting out corn, checking cameras, shooting their bow, shooting their rifle, and of course they love sports, so
Yeah.
that's another win. But
And maybe we can get some clips from some of the football games put in here too, just to kind of show y'all what we got going on right now on top of hunting season.
cause he's coaching a football team. I'm coaching 2 football teams. I'm taking real estate courses.
Yeah.
We work a full-time job. We're out here every free second we get, trying to get ready for the kids. That's the goal, is to get it really set up for them, because I mean, I've killed deer, he's killed deer, turkeys. It's kind of their turn. We want to see them, because y'all saw in Barrett's turkey video.
Oh yeah.
I get choked up quick, and then this year my youngest son Bo, I bought him a 243, so he's on the trigger this year with a rifle. So he's pretty excited. He's got an American flag hanging in his bedroom, and he's like, "Daddy, I'm gonna put me a big buck right here, and I'm gonna put me a big buck right here." And I hope to God my taxidermy bill is out of the roof this year.
That's right.
So, but
We got plenty to look forward to, plenty to bring y'all this year. Just stick with us, and we'll keep bringing y'all stuff. We'll pick up the videos. I know it's been kind of slow. That's been on me, but
we're busy.
we'll bring y'all more, and hopefully y'all keep enjoying it, and let us know, like we talk about all the time. Let us know, hit us up, and if there's anything you want us to talk about, or what you like, what you don't like, just let us know something. And,
Let us know how your season's going so far, because
yeah.
I've seen. I mean,
there's a lot of bucks hitting the ground early season. Carolina, we got some friends over there hunting, and got some deer on the ground. Georgia just came in last week.
I've seen at least 3 nice bucks
Yep.
in the back of trucks. So y'all let us know how your season's going, and just hit that share and like button, and leave a comment or 2.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
See ya.